Hey guys, you are tuned in to Dicecast TV, episode 1, and we're going to kick this off by speaking about UFC 257. First, I just want to say I hope everyone's doing good and everyone's keeping safe, especially during this whole COVID lockdown period. I'm from London and we're in the middle of a national lockdown. They say this will end mid-February, so it's only essential shops that's open. So mid-February they should start reopening stuff, but I don't see that happening. I see probably March. But then even then, they probably just extend it up until summertime. I don't know, man. It's always changing, things are always happening. But as long as you're following the government guidelines and keeping safe, that's the most important thing. They've even banned traveling, so no more man be able to go to Dubai now. Yeah, because people are just flying off to Dubai. That's the place to go, I suppose. But look, that's done for now. So, boy, gotta stay at home. You get me? But listen, just follow those guidelines and keep safe. Your health is wealth, most important. Yeah. So let's jump into UFC 257. What a night! And I just want to say as well, I'm not an analyst. You get me? I'm not one of those ones that's gonna be breaking down the fight. You know what Conor should have done? Yeah, he should have really. I'm just gonna go on how I felt, what I saw, and what was going through my head when I was watching this, and even leading up to the fight, during fight week and everything. So look, man, if you're looking for a detailed analysis of this fight, you best go to MMA Junkie, go talk to people like Daniel Cormier, because he has his podcast, Luke Thomas, Dan Hardy. These man, they will break it right down for you, get me? But yeah, I'm just here to discuss. So yeah, that fight. So we'll talk about the main event, because that was the kicker. McGregor brings a lot of eyes, and yeah, he's a big news. So it was Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. Poirier? I swear, I like his name, just whatever. But yeah, I want to call him Dustin. You hear me? Look, I follow all them MMA social medias on Instagram, on YouTube, and everything like that. And I'm telling you now, that whole UFC media, fucking from Dana White down to these podcasts that they put out, I'm telling you now, they all counted Dustin out. All of them counted Dustin out. And during that fight week was kind of I felt bad for him, man, because I was is no one understanding that this guy is a beast, bruv. He don't the last fight he lost was Khabib, but I'm pretty sure he's been on a tear, bruv. He's been knocking out and beating down top contenders, you get me? And Conor has literally had one fight the whole year. This fight right now, 257, was literally a year since his last fight against Donald Cerrone. Yes, he done well against Donald Cerrone, but I knew Conor was gonna win that fight anyway, because Donald's he's an older guy. Conor's he's a beast. When Conor's on point, when Conor's on it, there's can't be any stopping that guy. You get me? But yeah, a year out, you can't do that in this sport, man. You can't do that in MMA. You gotta be active always. During fight week, I just remember everyone was kind of counting Dustin out, you get me? They kept on talking about Conor and his rematch with Khabib. Look, during that fight, watching that fight, I'll have to say Conor just looked unprepared. You get me? He looked weaker as well. Yeah, during that first round, I feel like he won the first round, but I'm saying when he landed those punches, Dustin kind of ate them. You get me? They didn't even look like Conor would. Usually, you get hit with that left, and the whole game is changed. You're gonna get knocked out, or he's gonna be close to finishing you. But he didn't look like he didn't have that power, man. He weren't the one, bro. You get me? Even though Conor said he was prepared, he felt the best he's ever felt. He was a true 155er. You get me? Didn't really show it in the octagon, you get me? But like I say, he's had a year out. That's what it would do to you. So in 2020, when he fought Donald Cerrone, I remember afterwards he was talking about he wanted to have at least 3 fights that year, so he would have had another 2 fights. During that year, he just couldn't get a fight. If you remember, he was talking about fighting, what's his name, Sanchez, Diego Sanchez, because he was talking about fighting Diego Sanchez, and Dana kind of like laughed at that. Was like, you ain't fighting Diego Sanchez, and I never understood why would you want to fight him. You get me? Like, you can do better than Diego, but he just weren't getting the fights. And in this sport, you have to stay active, and I'm not sure why. Like, I'm not the inside guy. You get me? So. Because I'm not the inside guy, so like I don't know why he weren't getting those fights. Because it's Conor. You get me? You put Conor against anyone, he's selling fights. You get me? He's gonna be an entertaining press conference, an entertaining lead up to the fight. You know how Conor is when he runs his mouth crazy. You get me? He's entertaining as hell. But he never fought another time during the whole of 2020, and that was a bit crazy because I swear, especially like after Dana got those, like he got Fight Island, he was having events every week. You could have Conor up there or something, I don't know, but all I do know is Dustin's been active. You get me? Dustin's been fighting warriors, bruv. Like he's had fights, and I'm pretty sure the only fight he's lost was against Khabib, if I'm not mistaken. He lost against Khabib, but Dustin's been active, man, and you can't put someone, is even a Conor McGregor, you can't put someone that's been off for a year against what's Dustin. Dustin's like what, top number 2. You can't even put someone that's been off for a year against a top 5 opponent. You get me? It's just not gonna work. But even still, like I remember during that fight week, when I told you this whole MMA media, the whole, like all those people you said, those press conferences, all counted Dustin out. All of them counted Dustin. I don't know why, but they all counted him out. They all were speaking about Conor getting his rematch with Khabib. They're all looking past Dustin, like, and I'm telling you now, and this is how you know I ain't chatting shit, is because Dana White at that press conference looks so depressed. You know the post-fight press conference, the post-fight, after the fight, you get me? He looked so depressed. He looked like he wanted to cry, bro. You get me? He looked so upset, like his whole world, the whole dream had come crashing down. Because I think everyone counted on Conor winning this fight. Like yeah, the lead up to the fight, that's all I kept on seeing. Like even though people weren't saying that Dustin was rubbish, Dustin is this, no. But what they were doing was like I say, Conor's gonna get his rematch with Khabib. Conor's this, Conor's that. All posting about Conor. They kind of like kind of dismissed Dustin. You get me? Even after the fight, his wife, Dustin's wife, turned to the cameras and was like, "Yeah, don't you ever count my man out again." And that's true. Like, you guys acted like you don't know who Dustin is. So the fight, Conor just didn't look the same. As soon as the fight started, you could see like Conor looks a bit like he don't look like how Conor usually fights. You get me? Keeping people at range, using the legs. The first fight with Dustin, I'm pretty sure he done a spinning leg kick or whatever, like kept him at range and he was on it, like his stance, like he was on it. This, not so much, man. Not so much. And even when he hit Dustin, you remember Conor's left hand, when he hits you with that left hand, bruv, like shit changes, you get me? Like you are discombobulated, you get me? You are in a way. But he hit Dustin clean a good couple times, you get me? And Dustin ate that. And I remember like even during the fight, I swear it was after Dustin done a leg kick, but Dustin pointed and laughed at him. Like Dustin was like, "Oh, like come on, man." You get me? Conor's power just wasn't there, man. Conor did not look the same, and like I say, you've been out for a year, and not only have you been out for a year, he pulled up to Fight Island in a yacht, bruv. He pulled up to that hotel in a Rolls Royce. This dude has got like making money off his merch. You get me? His McGregor line, his and his was it Proper 12 whiskey? Like he is making bank. You get me? Still got that Floyd Mayweather money. This guy, I don't know how motivated. And you've heard like Dana White say and stuff like that. How motivated can you be of getting hit in the face and you got 100 mil in the bank? You get me? Like a lot of people that are in this game are in it to make some money. They're in it to make money. They're in it to make a name for themselves. They're in it to be like, not the face, but they're in it to like, when you think of UFC, you're like, this is the guy. And Conor's achieved all of that, man. He's double champ. You get me? He's like beat the best of them. 32nd knockout of Aldo. Got 100 mil in the bank. You get me? how motivated you are. But I will say this, yeah, I do believe in 2020 he was on it, bro. I do think, like, because I think a lot of people, not just in that UFC or MMA, just in general, 2020 was the year that people were gonna make big moves. But because of this whole COVID lockdown, like restrictions, it kind of messed everything up. And I just don't understand why Dana didn't give this guy a fight, man. Diego Sanchez, he was gonna fight Diego Sanchez. I mean, like, how desperate are you for a fight? If you're trying to fight, if we're not like Conor is trying to fight Diego Sanchez. I mean, come on, man, come on, and like out for a year, and you give him a fucking like #2 fighter in the lightweight division. Like, what? I thought this fight, like, but this fight was originally supposed to be a charity fight. When they announced it, remember, it's supposed to be a charity fight. But obviously Dana was like, nah, bro, we're going to do this fight. We're going to do it. We're going to make this fight happen. And I think if you're going to give Conor a fight in the UFC, you probably should have gave him the Diaz fight, because Diaz hasn't fought in a long time either. So that would have been a better matchup, maybe. You know what, yeah? Do you know what, yeah? Wait. Let's go see. Hold up. Okay. 2019. Yeah, man. Yeah, so alright, cool. So yeah, I forgot about I forgot Andy Pettis. He beat Andy Pettis, but he lost against George Masvidal or Jorge Masvidal. You get me? And that was a fight, boy. And that was in 2019 as well. You get me? So that them two have been off for a long time. I think having that trilogy fight to get Conor back in, that would have probably been better. You get me? Or yeah, no, that would have been the fight, because I think that's the next fight for Conor, to be honest. I think Nate Diaz is the next fight for a minute, but I think like that should have been this fight. That should have been this fight. Then maybe next fight, if he beat Diaz, go for that Dustin Poirier fight and probably go for the title. Because I don't after that fight, after this weekend, like even like listening to Dana, I don't think Khabib's coming back to a lightweight, man. And I'm pretty Khabib is now coaching and is ringside with those other fighters. So it's his cousin or something he was with. But yeah, I don't see Khabib coming back. Khabib is a go, and to be honest, I don't see anyone beating Khabib. No one. Like, not even that Chandler guy who's coming. Like, I don't see no one beating Khabib right now. You get me? I don't see no one beating Khabib. 29, no, that's him. He's good. Yeah, he don't need to go for that 30. He's golden right now. You get me? But yeah, this fight was an eye opener, a real big eye opener. It was like people that don't believe in ring rust, right? Ring rust. You can't be out for a year and fight someone who is active, who's consistently fighting 3 times in the year and stuff. You can't do it. And even those shots that Conor gave Dustin, like, it didn't seem to do much. You get me? It wasn't there. And then that leg kick, Jesus Christ! Did you see his leg after the fight, bruv? And I like Conor kind of like couldn't eat. Like when he stepped back, he fell down because that leg was effed. Like he did and you can't, like, you need to be, when you fight someone like Dustin, who's just a warrior, who can take punches, who can give punches, who can like do damage. You get me? You can't show any weakness, because he would done you. And Conor just went there. Conor looked so different, man. I don't know, the whole energy, the way he was looking, the way he was fighting, the stance, just weren't there, man. This was the wrong fight to bring him in. Even though I understand how it all happened, it's such a charity fight to give to Dustin's charity and stuff like that, but nah, you can't come in here on a fight like that. That is no way. But tell me what you think. How do you think like it went? Like, what do you think happened? Do you think people underestimated Dustin? Do you think they counted him out? Do you think this was like everyone was putting all their chips in Conor's basket? Like, Conor's definitely gonna get this. Conor's gonna win this for sure. Because that's how I took it. You get me? That's how I think Dustin's wife took it. That's the first thing she said when he won. You get me? Like, don't you count him out? Don't you get me? It's true. Even though, like, I know people, Dustin was like, he don't mind being the underdog, but there comes a point where it's like, no, bro, if you put in the work, you like, come on, man. I know it's Conor, but I mean, come on, man. But yo, tell me what you think. How do you think Conor performed? You think like I'm wrong? Do you think like he shouldn't have been in this fight? There should have been another, like the Nate Diaz, that seems as perfect, because like I say, Nate hasn't been active for a minute as well. So yeah, man, that's how I think anyway. Because what's next for both of them? Ooh. Joe, one second. There's a guy. His name is Charles Oliveira, bruv. That guy. I wanna just see, because I'm pretty sure that guy has won fucking like 10 in a row or some shit. You get me? Hold up, here he is. Right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights in a row. Charles Oliveira has won 8 fights in a row. He has to be like, so if Khabib ain't coming back, I feel like Dustin and Charles Oliveira should fight next for this title. Yeah, I don't think the Conor trilogy fight, that just makes no sense. The fight doesn't go the exact same way. Because Conor, like Conor was saying about I think it was Conor or his coach, one of them were talking about like the rematch or the trilogy match in June. I don't know how much more improvement you could do by June. I feel like you probably need to fight someone else right now. But the issue with that as well is if Conor fights someone else and loses, I don't know if he's gonna come back anytime soon, bruv. Like he possibly could just walk away from the sport. You get me? Like I don't know. But I think Dustin, if you're not going to crown him champ, if Khabib, like I say, steps away and vacates that belt, if you don't give it to Dustin straight away, then it should be Dustin and Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira has won 8 in a row. Tony Ferguson, 12th of December, he beat Tony Ferguson in the 3rd round. Kevin Lee, come on, man. Like Kevin Lee's a good one as well. You get me? Yeah, I like Kevin Lee, but brother, he's got 8 in a row. Like he has to be next in line for that belt. You get me? And that's why I think it should be Dustin and Charles Oliveira for the belt. Whether they give Dustin the belt, so it'll be the champion Dustin, I don't know, but them two next for the belt, and that should be summertime. You get me? It's like, come on, man, let's do that. Let's make that happen. And Conor, I think Conor should just fight Nate next. I can't see anyone else that Conor could fight. Nate. Because Nate's been out for a while as well, you get me? So that would be a good, that would be good. But you got to see where Conor is, man. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like this is the make or break in it. So it's going to be, Conor's going to go for that next fight. If that next fight happens and he wins, Conor's going to be in the mix for a little bit. But if he loses that next fight, I don't know if you're going to see him again, man. I don't know when his next fight will be after that. I don't know what he would do, but yeah, Conor's made it. Like he has actually made it. The amount of money he makes outside of this sport, the amount of money he makes in the sport, like he's got dope. You get me? So how motivated is he to be getting knocked out all the time? I don't know, man. Like I don't know, but yeah, like that's how I feel. I feel like it should be Dustin and Charles Oliveira, Nate and Conor. That's what I think should happen. You get me? That would be pretty sick, to be honest. Yo, tell me what you think. Like, do you think it should, like, because if they ask Dustin what he wants, he's gonna say Conor. I reckon he would say Conor because obviously makes more money than anything. You get me? You can't. If you're on a Conor card, you're gonna make dough. You get me? You're gonna make the money. So I reckon that's what they say. But I think you need to give Charles Oliveira that shot, man. Like eight fights in a row, you have to give him that shot, man. You have to. You get me? You can't, after losing this fight, you can't then go for the trilogy fight with Conor and it's for the belt. There's Conor, right, let's go, wait 1 second. I need to see Conor's record, man. Wow. So he's ours, right, so six fights, he's lost 3. The last 6 fights, he's lost 3 of them. You get me? He's lost against Nate, he's lost against Khabib, and now Dustin. And even so even that Dom Cerrone fight, come on, like no disrespect to Donald because Donald's a G, like you get me. I've been watching Donald for years, but you can't put Donald Cerrone against fucking Conor McGregor. Come on, man, like, come on, man. We all knew that was gonna happen. I didn't realize it happened in 40 seconds, but fucking it happened. You get me? And then yeah, so Conor beat Eddie Alvarez, and then Nate Diaz the second fight. But you lost 3 out of your last 6. That's hard, man. He can't go for a title fight next. Definitely can't go for a title fight next. Yeah, tell me what you think. You get me? What do you think is gonna happen next for Dustin? What do you think is gonna happen next for Conor? Put in the comments. And yeah, like where we're gonna hear. Trust me, I'll give it like till going into next week. We're gonna hear what Conor wants anyway. Even though he wants that trade, but you're gonna really see what's gonna happen. You get me? So the co-main event, we had Dan Hooker versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler, I haven't seen in Bellator. I haven't seen him fight. I'm pretty sure I might have actually seen one fight, but like I never don't really watch Bellator. Once you watch the UFC, I ain't trying to watch Bellator, One Championship, fucking Pride, or whatever else there is out there. I literally just watch UFC. But I've heard Michael Chandler's name here, there, everywhere. And when he got signed to the UFC, I know he was a champion in Bellator anyway. Like I say, I haven't seen Michael Chandler fight, but the way he fucked up Dan Hooker, oh my god. And Dan Hooker is not no punk, you get me? Like Dan Hooker, he's got it. But yeah, that was a beatdown. That was a beatdown. And I heard that Michael Chandler is like a wrestler guy, you get me? But that knockout was nuts, bruv, you get me? Nuts. And I will say this though, I will say even though that knockout was that for the UFC debut, that was a freaking banger, bruv. Like that was a fight. That was a good, that like he made a statement in that fight. But because the lightweight division is so like is good right now, there's many contenders. I don't think he needs a top fight next. You know, even though after he's oh my god, he Ric Flaired the whole fucking post fight interview in the octagon. You get me? Cool, that could be Conor, Dustin. No, like I don't think no mate. I think you should go fight another fight, top 5, top 3. Like I think he should fight Gaethje. I don't know why I think that. I just think he should fight Gaethje. You get me? Justin Gaethje. Oh my god, that would be a good fight. And if we can do something with that, then yeah, good, maybe title fight after that. We'll see what happens with Dustin, if it's going to be the Conor or it's going to be Charles Oliveira. But I think Charles, it should be Charles, man. Like, give Charles that chance, you get me? And I will tell you this, though. When he finished Dan Hooker and he done that backflip off that fucking... He almost touched the fucking ceiling, bruv. That fucking backflip. Oh, my days. Sometimes I think when they do shit like that, you're going to end up like fucking... What's his face? Johnny Walker, when he done the worm and then mashed up his whole shoulder. It was just like, bruv, like, let's not do those things. You get me? This is your debut. Like, I don't know how they... I don't know, bruv. Come on, man. But yeah. Chandler done good, man. He done good. Saw it like that was like a minute and 30 or a minute and 40 or something. You get me? What a fight, bruv. What a fight. That was good. Hold up. Don't wait before I start chatting shit. Okay, 2 minutes and 30. Is that correct? 2 minutes and 30. 2 minutes and 30 seconds he beat Dan Hooker in. And that was good. I liked how he went for the midsection bow, then as he blocked, boom, in his face, and then just ground and pounded that shit. You get me? And yeah, that was good, man. He made a fucking statement, and that's how you want to come into the UFC. That's how you want to do it. But I don't think he deserves a title shot just yet. I'll probably fight, like I say, one more person. Every time I think of Michael Chandler, I'm just thinking like Justin Gaethje. That's the do something with that. Yeah, listen, like. UFC 257 was sick. Chandler's knockout, crazy. Dustin's knockout, crazy. You get me? Wow. And I wanted to see who Dana was gonna catch with the illegal streaming thing. You get me? But he was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it was all bullshit, bro. I don't think like he was like, we can see you. Really? Really? I don't know about that, bro. I just think it was all lies. And then he read out this tweet that this guy done. Whatever he said, I can't remember what he said. Oh yeah, you might as well go stream it. This safe and go. You might as well go watch it, pay for the pay-per-view. This is the link. I don't know about that, bruv. Because I'll be honest with you, the way Dana was going on about that weeks before the fucking event, I thought they had like a bag of man. I thought there was like loads of people that were clocking, you get me? But it's one dude, bruv. Like, there's probably like thousands out there. One dude don't really make a real difference, to be honest. But yo, listen, go pay for the pay-per-view, you get me? But yeah, like Dana's whole world crumbled. I'm not gonna lie. That press conference, bro, go onto YouTube, onto the UFC YouTube channel, and go watch that press conference, and just see Dana. Dana looked like he wanted to cry, man. He looked like this whole Conor thing just fell through. It is like it's done at it. You get me? Oh mate, but you can't count people out. That's the thing. Like, this is Dustin. This ain't no any dude off the road. It's not like Conor just pick someone. Even though, and that's something as well I noticed, is that leading, like, they had a press conference, so it was all four of them. So you had Dan Hooker, Michael Chandler, Dustin, and Conor. Like, they were all at his press conference, and I didn't like the way Conor was kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna give Dustin a chance. I'm gonna give just Dustin like he's worked his way up, and I was just like, no, Conor, bruv, like, you ain't giving him a chance. He's worked for that chance, you get me? He's fought the best, you get me? He's worked his way to this, even though, like I said, I get it, it was like a charity fight at first, whatever, but you didn't give him the opportunity, you get me? Like, Dustin's fought hard and good to get to where he's got to, you get me? But yeah, man, like, flipping hell, like, that UFC 257 was good, and I was gonna say, what I was about to say is that this year's gonna be a load of fights that I can't wait to see. But I don't know what's going on, man, like, with all these restrictions and lockdown and COVID and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that's my kind of, like, not breakdown, but that's my kind of feelings on UFC 257, the lead up, the fight, and what I think is gonna happen after. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed that little breakdown thing, and like, put your comments in there, like, if you agree, if you disagree, tell me what you think. And yeah, like, trust me, Conor fans, allow me in it, like, because I know, like, you guys ride to Conor, you get me? But I just don't think this was the fight. This was the fight that it should have been. Like, he should have fought Nate, mate. You get me? Nate, what was it, 2019? I said his last fight was perfect. That would have been a perfect chance for both of them to come back and do this trilogy fight. But yeah, man, like, well done on Dustin. You get me? Don't count. And to the MMA media, like, to the UFC media, all them people, like, stop doing that shit, bro. You get me? Like even stop counting people out, because it was you guys. And what made it worse is that after the fight was done, then they started talking about, you can't count Dustin out, because people out there that was counting Dustin out, and then I was like, but it was you guys who were doing it. You guys were promoting Conor like crazy, bro. You guys kept on dismissing Dustin. You kept on talking about Khabib, like, without this fight even being done. Like, come on, man, come on. Khabib said he needs to see something impressive. I don't know, man. Like, when I see Khabib and Justin Gaethje fight, I was just like, do you know what? Khabib is the Donny, bruv. Like, he is the GOAT. Like, I don't care what anyone says, and like, bruv, come on, man. He fucking was the man in that fight. And yeah, man, I wish that was his 30th fight, so he could have been like, do you know what, I'm done. But nah, I was 29, and he might come back at some point, you get me? I don't know, but yeah, listen, the lightweight division is looking good right now. There's like loads of potential, and then we're gonna see where this goes. You get me? We're gonna see where it goes. But I'm saying Dustin and Charles for the belt. That's what needs to happen, because 8 fights in a row, Dustin just beat Conor. Them two need to fight to see who gets his lightweight belt. But yeah, look. Put your comments in the comment section, tell me what you think. And yeah, till next time, I shall see you soon. Dicecast TV episode 1 is done.